It's alright, Shu. Just give me a minute to get my bearings. Let me go to the shrine, let me make some offerings, let me see if I can find some pickups. Let me see if I can find any new buildings to explore. Okay, we don't really have anything to enshrine. Let's drop a save real quick. We only have the bat as our main weapon. That's all we have right now. We must have lost our knife. It's eerie, not seeing anyone around. Oh shit, it's eerie. Nothing here, nothing here. Can't go in this house. Doesn't appear to be anything here. I'm pretty sure there's enemies up there, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't appear to be anything back here though, however. No new houses that we can explore, nothing we can go into. Doesn't appear so. Right, so in that event, let's run up here. Yep, there's an enemy right there. We'll bonk her in the face. But we'll take a little hit for our trouble. That's fine. Name Suzutani Mayumi. Last seen wearing white blouse, long navy skirt, beige neckerchief with black polka dots. Details of disappearance. The rest has been torn off. Yeah, so Mayumi Suzutani is the name of the girl that we saw in the underworld with the scribble. We can't open the car door, she just comments on the truck being moved. We don't want the red capsule, so we're gonna leave it. Attack around a corner. Attack around a corner. Brilliant. Now, I don't believe there's actually any reason to come up here if there's no pick-upables back here in this alley like I thought there were, so... We might very well end up reloading our saves so we can preserve our bat durability and save that little bit of health damage. But if there's something over here to show for our troubles, then I won't bother reloading. That's the grab attack. Right. Now that I've baited her into that, I should be able to run past her with very little issues. But that's another grab. Oh no, that was the dashing stab. Okay. There doesn't appear to be anything here. It's broken. Nothing inside. Sakuko's parents are not here, so we can't get into Sakuko's house. Not sure if we'll be able to even later. Okay, so we did lose a little bit of bad durability and we lost a little bit of health, but that's fine. Like, that's okay. Really that upset over it. I don't really think it's worth a reload. So let's make sure we're dipping into all the alleys and the nooks and the crannies and the grannies and the Granny Smith apples. Get our little grubby hands on them, whatever we can get. We're gonna need it. Nothing on this bulletin board, it would appear. Hear an enemy. There she is, right there. But let's see if she wanders down the street a little bit so I can dip into this alley down here. It's not here. Oh, good. Crap. We can't go into this house. No, it does not appear like we can. Alright, so preferably for this back alley section over here where you find the inventory upgrade, I would rather have a different weapon, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to obtain one. Before we do. Some divine water, very nice. Can't get into this house. Bye bitch, bye bitch. No items over here. Steel pick, brilliant. Kudzuti, also brilliant. That's gonna hurt. Couldn't move. Damn, that is unfortunate, but oh well. And take a slap on the wrist, that's fine. Should beat her on that. Do another strong attack. 2 more lights, she should go down. Oh, 1 more light and she went down. Fantastic. Okay. Not terrible. I hear another one creaking in the garden right there. Okay, I see another blade-wielding bitch down there. We just got back from this way. We still have to check down the alley past her to see if there's any items that populated. Happened here? I don't know. Probably some nasty, no good shit, if I'm being honest. Okay, we don't appear to be able to get into that house. I didn't see an icon pop up. Research journal photo 2. A photo attached to a research journal. It appears to be a clue collected by a researcher investigating the folklore of Ebisugaoka. Regarding the legend of the sacred sword, in the Muromachi period, the Great Famine of Oe had young individuals desperate for quick money, and so they searched for the legendary sword. One story even claims that the sword was discovered. However, the youth who found it became consumed by the Taira clan's resentment and massacred the others one after another. After that, the sword became known as the Sacred Sword and is thought to contain the lingering animosity of the defeated Taira soldiers. Was the sword hidden after that? There is not enough information. I must search for the Jizo statues myself. I was able to get in contact with a resident who knows the location of an old Jizo statue. This may be the very first clue that will lead me to that sword. Righty then. So it's very obvious that these grayed out photos are depicting where the Jizo statues are located. Luckily for me, clever as a rat as I am, I've already found a lot of Jizo statues, so I know where a lot of them are, at least roughly. So, let's do a record real quick. I'm going to take another potty break very shortly. Be right back. Okay, back I now am. So, let's press on. Hey, this is new. Another EMA tablet. Oh shit, I should have read that. Fuck. Journal. Okay, here we go. Come to think of it, the local elders were talking about a folklorist from Tokyo who came to Ebisugaoka to research the legend of the sacred sword. It is said that Ebisugaoka was a hidden village that once served as refuge for defeated soldiers of the Taira clan. Unfortunately, evidence to support this tale has yet to be found. Still, Ebisugaoka shares many cultural similarities with those of other hidden villages, and it is my belief that this tale is true. According to other local legends, the soldiers who fled here vowed to exact revenge upon the Minamoto clan and restore the Taira clan to its former glory. Upon swearing this oath, they buried the sword of their deceased leader at the base of the great tree that serves to protect this land. It'd be a historical breakthrough if we could find that sword. However, it is said the sword's animosity continued to grow even as it remained buried under the earth, so the people erected a sacred barrier around it using Jizo statues as anchors. If one wished to find the sword, they should start by looking for these Jizo statues first. It appears that the barrier works by creating a spiritual harmony that inhibits the sword's animosity. Okay, we've already been through all that. Okay, so this isn't the diary entry for what we just picked up, and I can't find it. I don't know where it is in the journal. That's unfortunate. I gotta remember whenever I open one of those sealed boxes with the talismans to not read through it too fast, but it seems like it's going to be an EMA tablet every single time, so that's good. At least we know what we're getting our hands on before. I'm waiting for one of those to open and there's like a fucking evil jack in the box that like sucks my soul out of my body or something because it's fucking Japan, you just never know, do you? These fuckers are evil. Neo 3 will happen eventually. Maybe we'll get evil jack in the boxes in fucking Neo 3, who knows? It's really cool that they're implementing all the enemy designs from the previous games though. That's really cool. I love the way Neo works, how, like, they have the base game, then they introduce new enemies in the DLC, and then they populate the base game in the New Game Plus successive runs with those enemies from the DLC, and then they carry over the DLC enemies to the next game, and then so on and so forth. Like, they just keep doing it. Like, these genius motherfuckers. These actual fucking geniuses. It's legendary, it really is. It's so cool. It's so much value, and they just improve the value with every game they make, which is really cool. Okay, so. Fuck you, whore. Bonk. Again, some stone. Bonk. Bonk. Heavy. Good shit. Okay, I thought she ate that to the frickin' face, to be honest. I would've been a little bit upset. Okay, no other items. Doesn't appear like it. Any more of these stupid fucking bimbos that I gotta worry about? The knife-wielding Edward Scissorhand women? Okay, so we're basically really only coming in here for a dried carcass, unless they've added new items in here, or new enemies. Because I know how this area works. There's an Arare. Local doctor's note. There are numerous tales of those who blaspheme against the Inari faith being possessed by the fox. Okay, we've had that note before, so I'm not going to bother rereading it. It's nothing new. Okay, we got the drawer key. No new items in this chest, would appear. Still full of eyeballs. Fantastic. No kitchen knife. There's a kudzu tea. I'll take that. Don't mind if I do. I'm a little bit parched. Oh, this is the room we were just in. I'm just silly. Don't mind me. Thought this was a new room. I was gonna say, these Japanese houses are an enigma, man. Just keep changing stuff. I had assumed up until now that being possessed by the fox was a sort of curse. However, it turns out that among the followers of the Inari faith in Ebisugaoka, it can be more nuanced than that. I heard one tale of a housewife who was possessed by the fox after sharing some scraps of food with a real starving fox. As a sign of gratitude, the fox showed her the whereabouts of hidden treasure. Another tale claims that a pious shaman was possessed by the fox and given premonitions of a coming famine. They were able to warn the town and stockpile enough food to endure it. There are numerous stories like this suggesting that being possessed by the fox is not necessarily a turn of bad luck. Though with the influence of today's media from outside the town regarding ghost and horror stories, the fox has become seen as a purely negative phenomenon, particularly among the younger generations. Okay, I'm pretty sure we never had that note before. Pretty sure that's a new one. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you never really come to think of it, about how, like, culture across the world affects your own. That's pretty neat, I think. Old medical record. Fujitori Kotoyuki, age 9. The patient had joined a group of children chasing down a fox that had wandered into the village. The fox then attacked the patient, leaving several lacerations on his face. The wound below his left eye is particularly deep and shows a considerable risk of scarring. During treatment, he suddenly fell unconscious and was measured with a fever of over 40 degrees. Energy transferred to the patient to the prefectural hospital was requested. Not energy, emergency. Upon arrival, however, the doctors were unable to detect any abnormality, even after multiple rounds of testing. After confirming his condition was stable, the patient was cleared to return home the following morning. When questioned during a follow-up examination, the patient responded that he felt completely fine. According to the patient's mother, however, Kotoyuki is like a whole other boy and has been applying himself to his schoolwork harder than ever before. So, I think that's our confirmation that Kotoyuki is in fact Foxman, or Foxmask. So I think that pretty much cements it right there, doesn't it? 2 dried carcasses, let's go. Got some claw marks. Got some more claw marks. Nothing else to pick up. Congratulations. 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 So these must be people blessing our wedding ceremony, if I had to interpret. the window. Good stuff. Preserve the durability for our weapon. Survival horror, after all. It's not so much horror as it is survival. Right, so we have everything from within that house. That's good news. No new enemy spawns. That's also good news. Red pills. We are avoiding the red pills throughout the entirety of the game, so we can get a different ending from before. I wonder if there's a way where you can check your conditions as well. I wonder if there's a way to do that. Is there a menu? No, there does not appear to be a menu. Characters, monsters, information, puzzles. Yeah, okay. I guess you could check it on the title screen as you go periodically. I suppose that's how they expect you to do it. It's a little bit weird that there's not like an included tab within the diary or the binder or something that like alludes to like what ending you're currently qualified to get if you want to change yours. Screw you, lady. Oh, it won't let me. Of course it won't. Okay, let's make sure there's nothing up here. There's a red capsule. Okay, I don't want that. She disappeared. Good girl. Okay, now we can drop a recording. I think we made our 2 offerings. But we didn't get rid of the kudzu. Let's get rid of the kudzu and then save. Okay, let's run down this alley and look for items. Oh, I think there's one enemy at the end of this alley around the corner, and then there's another enemy on our way back through. And I don't remember what you come down here for. I think it's a toolkit, but I could be wrong. Toolkit. And then we can't go over that way. That's all overrun. Red carcass, that's what we come down here for. I have to head back and catch up with Shu. Got some red pills there that I'm going to ignore. Got an evil super spooky bitch here that I'm also going to ignore, cause fuck her. No reason to kill her. She ain't doing no harm to anybody. She may have just lunged at me with a knife. She may be a little bit unhinged, but man. I'm all about empowering women, damn it. If you want to go cuckoo with a knife, be my guest. Okay, let's drop a save real quick. Fantastic. And we have to get past this lovely lady, who again isn't bothering anybody. Just kind of vibing, just hanging out. Now we have to go do all the item scavenging in the Scarecrow field, and this takes for fucking ever, if I remember correctly, so we're going to be having to double back to the shrine quite a bit. But granted that we have a lot more freaking inventory slots than we usually typically do at this point in the game, this hopefully should not be as bad. Let's grab our sickle from within here behind this plank. Perfect. We now have a plethora of weapons to use. We're running low on the durability on our pipe, and I really don't like the bat, so ideally I probably should use the bat and get the bat run out before I use the lead pipe, but let's see how it goes. Come on, bitch. Bonk. 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 Yeah, she's had enough. That was one lead pipe swing too many. She's not built to withstand that kind of treatment. You gotta treat these love dolls with a little bit more care than that. Nothing over here. There's no note this time. That's weird. Okay. I hear you, bitch. Not programmed to grab? Thought you were programmed to grab. Maybe they're only programmed to grab if you go around the corner not expecting them. I know some of them are definitely most certainly programmed to grab. Got ourselves a first aid kit. That's our first one. It's our first aid kit. That's nice. No item here. I hear another enemy stalking the field. I just don't know where it is, but I can hear it. There it is. Right over there. Okay, we've already been this way. Nothing there in the middle. Got this box. I'm thinking let's run some laps around that bitch and avoid her if we can. There's another one up here though. Don't know how I feel about that. Get gone. Don't feel comfortable having two of you here. One is fine. I don't know about two. So you can go away. Get the fuck up out of it. We also have to run up to Sakuko's old shrine, so we'll be sure to do that very soon. It doesn't appear like there are any items over here. Get a strong attack out of this. Good. Focus attack. Good shit. Alright, she's down. Oh, god damn, there's more? Jesus, good heavens. Okay, these are the stronger versions. They actually put them in here this early. That's actually pretty crazy. Damn. Yeah, she was a little bit tough to take down, but not too bad. Okay, this is one of the areas that we need to check out, because I'm pretty damn sure this is where our Jizo statue is for this area. And if it's not here, then I know absolutely where it is for sure. Okay, no items here, but we can move these planks. There's nothing back here. How dare they? Why is there nothing here? That's mean. Thought for sure there'd be something there. Can we come in this house? No, we cannot. Okay. Where? There. Heavy attack. Quickly. Good. No stun. Okay, didn't need one. Okay, no item in here either. Gotta find a new weapon. Okay, so our bet is reducing in durability very, very bad. Sure there's no new enemy. Nope, no new enemy. Can't go in this house. This radio does not play. Grab the Yokon. Nothing else? Nothing else, it would appear. Right. Good shit. Heavy attack. No stun. Good stuff. Okay, she's down for the count. Let's come over here and grab ourselves some chocolate. Now, inching our way up this way, there's actually a little favor that I'm gonna do you guys here. Just because this will make it far less annoying. Far, far, far less annoying. Drop down here real quick. We've already broken our bet, so we have room for another weapon pickup. First aid kit. Red capsules that I don't want. Gotta get those out of my inventory right now so I don't use them. Confirm, get rid. Take the steel pipe. Do not interact with the key yet. Just trust me on it. Don't interact with the key yet. Come here, scavenge all your items. Alright. So once you've scavenged everything in the area, this game is actually really courteous in that it actually lets you climb back up this cliff, believe it or not. How fucking cool is that? They don't normally let you do that kind of stuff in these kind of games. Okay, so now we are going to run all the way back to Sakuko's old shrine. And directly, kind of right in front of / slightly behind the shrine is where our Jizo statue is going to be. I have to remember how to navigate this. I think you have to come over here and pass in front of this house. How do you get back past there? Oh, here. I'm silly. Don't mind me. I was gonna say, I must have had to get over here somehow. And then I'm pretty sure that we also collect another lead pipe on our way back from the area where the shrine is, so I want to get rid of this bat if I can. At least, ideally, I would like to get rid of the bat if I can help it. I don't believe we've been up here yet, so I gotta be a little bit cautious with the way that I'm moving around, just in case of surprise enemy ambushes around corners and stuff. No, yeah, I would definitely pick that up, for sure. Okay, so we have another pathway out up that way. How many inventory slots do we have? I'm pretty sure we still have plenty. Yeah, we got 4 slots left. That is most certainly plenty. Sakuko Shrine is up ahead. I used to go there a lot. Yeah, see, this notice that was on this pillar is not here before. Or, like, it was there before, but it's not here now. So this is very different. So it almost seems like on subsequent playthroughs, they're not trying to overwhelm you with information. They're just, like, feeding you bits at a time so you can fill out your journal and then draw all the connections that you need to draw. That's pretty cool. Oh, hey, what the fuck? That's new. That wasn't there before. That's Sakuko's ghost apparition thing. With the club doing the light attack and stuff like that. Okay. Interesting. Rusted flask. An antique portable thermos bottle. The glass container inside is broken, so this is no longer usable. What the fuck could that be for? Thermos? What the fuck would I do with a broken thermos? Why is that here? Interesting. And now the ghost isn't here anymore. Can I examine the thermos, by chance? Well, it's not something that we can offer. Is it an omamori? No, it's not an omamori, it would appear. It's definitely not a weapon, that's for sure. Collectibles? Yeah, rusted flask. It's a key item, though. And it has rust on it? What would that be fucking for? Oh, you know what? The rusted flask. I must use it at one of the Jizo statues. Rust would be indicative of metal. That's what the flask is for. I see. I got it. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Hey, this cutscene with Shu isn't here. I'm just noticing that, too. Oh, look at the bat. Because we've been using it, it's like actually splintered. That's pretty cool. It's a neat little detail. So I guess our bat really doesn't have a lot of durability left to it. We probably could kill maybe one more enemy with it, but it's not worth it. We'll get more durability and more use out of a new weapon entirely. So let's take this steel pipe and replace our bat with it. Right, let's take a scavenge inside this little construction zone for items. Doesn't appear like there's anything, though. And this is where our Jizo statue is going to be, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Offered the rusted flask. I found a damaged Jizo-san in the mountains. The character from Mizu, water, can be faintly seen etched into the stone base. Wonder what will happen if I offer something that relates to that character. Is this Sakuko's family shrine? My ears were met with the soothing chime of bells upon offering the item. This should do. Okay. Hello, bitch. I see you. You're not spooky. You ain't creepy. Well, you are creepy, but you're definitely not spooky. Got another toolkit for repairs. Very nice. Oh, you know what? That roar happens when we pick up that red capsule. That's weird. Okay, discard the red capsules. I do not want those in my fucking inventory. Get rid. Don't need. Just get rid. Okay, so we could take an Arare to fix up the rest of our health, but hopefully I won't need to. With any luck, hopefully I won't need to. I'm praying and hoping and hoping and praying. Although I do want to change my omamori out. Boar greatly increases stamina recovery. I think, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm going to want the hawk for this fight particularly. Just because focus attacks do a lot of work on this thing. So before we head up into our boss fight, we're gonna go back and save really fast. Just because I got all the item collection done, and I really don't want to have to do it again if I end up reloading. Because it's going to be a huge time waste and a pain in the ass. So let's just go back and drop a safety save. I hear an enemy out there. I'm not entirely worried about it though. Should be able to run past it with relative ease. Yeah, let's enshrine the divine water, our ramune, this yokon, 2 chocolate bars, an antique comb. Let's get rid of all that stuff. I'm saving up for my 3rd omamori slot, I think, before I go for another health upgrade. Idealistically, I don't think I need another health upgrade, to be entirely honest with you. That's a red capsule, we don't need that. I don't think I'm gonna be needing another health upgrade until we get to the end boss, whatever our end boss is going to be. Because guess what I've heard? I've heard that there are numerous bosses for the ending. So apparently, you don't fight the Shiromuku every single fucking time. So, depending on what ending you get is what boss you fight. Isn't that cool? So I've heard that there are 4 different final bosses. I don't know what they are, but I know there's different bosses, which has incentivized me to play the game all the way over again. And of course, to like pick out the story details and get more out of the game, of course, but... Okay, we don't go this way. We have to go along the path that's in front of Sakuko Shrine. So that's 2 Jizos. We are looking for 5. So we have 2 out of the 5 elements. We have done water and we have done earth. We still need fire, wind, and metal. Those are the 3 that we need. So I have to bear that in mind. Okay, this is the path to get to Sakuko Shrine. I have to go along the path that's covered in red shit, is what I have to do. Which should be this middle one, I think. The navigation here is kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Everything just looks the fucking same, and again, you think you can get somewhere by following a certain path, and then you can't. You have to, like, take an alternative route to be able to get there. Just fucking annoying. I hear you, bitch. I'm just not gonna pay you any mind, because you suck. Okay, do I still have the knife? I have the sickle. We'll go for the sickle for this fight, I think. Sickle swings the fastest, and it probably has the most damage output. Plus, I would like to use the spider omamori, but it's not worth taking out our kudzu leaf. Right. Let's do this, and let's hope that it goes swimmingly, and it's not too bad. Let's hope that I first try this fight and I don't get my ass beat too terribly. What's up, beautiful? I could have countered that. Okay, we got our first turn. You need 3, by the way. You need 3 turns. But yeah, look what they do. Cool, right? We're gonna have to tackle him again, I think. Maybe. Oh, ouch. God damn it, I couldn't back out of the action. It just would not let me do it. I thought I could get it off. I couldn't. Let's see if we can lure Fat Boy over here. He seems to be incredibly slow. We might be able to get away with it anyway. Just for 2 minor heals, that's pretty worth it, I think. Come on, Fat Boy. Come on, Fat Stuff. Come over here. A little bit more. There you go. That's it. That's the tape. Good stuff. It's gonna take a while to waddle over here. Nice. Cool. Good shit. Took 1 attack that I could have avoided if literally dodging out of the action allowed me and permitted me to dodge, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Come over here, Fat Boy. Good stuff. Stupid. Use it. Quickly. Quickly! Little Miss Hinako. Silly idiot. Okay, don't believe he can come in here, so that's good news. Get the fuck up out of there. Good shit. Not too bad, not too bad. Could have done without the giant knife blade in my spine, but that's okay. I'm relatively happy with that, I'm not gonna lie. Could have been a lot worse.